Welcome to my channel, Sunshine Shoulders. I'm Calvin. Thank y'all so much for stopping by today. The age of consent in the Philippines is 16. What does that mean for you? Absolutely nothing. You know, a lot of men, they like young women, very young women. And my advice to you is stick to the law. According to Philippine law, a person is an adult at age 18. And when guys want an excuse to come over here and date those young women, they go to that age of consent. Well, it means nothing for you. And I believe they only give you the benefit of the doubt if you're 3 or 4 years older than the 16-year-old woman. And that's why I want to stop right here and let you know I'm not going to practice Philippine law without a license. But I can tell you, when you come over here, you better check for valid ID. You want to make sure she's of age. Otherwise, it's big trouble for you. And you may get away with it for a little while. The very first expat friend that I ever had in the Philippines, he met his wife when she was 17. Now, according to him, they didn't do anything. They waited till she was 18. But the minute she turned 18, they got married. That was a red flag for me. That let me know that, yeah, you were probably screwing that young girl when she was a minor. Now, how they met was a different story. He was actually dating her first cousin. But she ended up snitching on the first cousin and letting the man know that she already had a Filipino boyfriend over here, and all the money he was sending, she was giving it to him or spending it on him. And he rewarded her by marrying her, and they've been married over 20 years now. I met him in 2009. So he didn't really tell me when they met. But it's best to just go by the law. You know, we want to take her word for it. I talked a little bit about this on my live stream the other day, and a guy says, well, what happens if she shows you a fake ID? Well, it's not going to help you. It's not going to help you. It's up to you to find out how old she is. And if she's not of legal age, you need to back off there. Simple as that. There's something called Republic Act 7610. You may want to look that up. It supersedes all that age of consent stuff. It just simply states that it's a crime to have any type of relationship with a child under the age of 18. You can look that up if you want to. There was a real crazy case over here, 2018, where the Norwegian guy, he's in the South Bus Terminal, and a concerned citizen reported him. He was with actually 4 people, 118, 119, 18, and 19. Even though when the police showed up, and the 18 and 19 voucher says, oh, he's a friend of ours, we're actually going to meet the mother. They didn't care. Remember, there's no due process for you over here. You're guilty until proven innocent. They took him to jail. They locked him up, ladies and gentlemen. Then, even when the mother shows up, testifies on his behalf, oh, he's a family friend, he had my consent. Nope. He was fortunate enough to be given a bail. He made bail. He went back to Norway, and he's never been seen again. As a matter of fact, it took him several 100,000 more pesos to clear his name. Ladies and gentlemen, do not deal with underage women over here or boys. Make sure that they're of legal age. They don't play that over here. As a matter of fact, people are watching you over here. When you're with a young woman She looks very, very young. Our young boy, they have what's called a concerned citizen over here. Now, in America, we call it a Karen. It's just people meddling. But at the same time, they're looking out to the best interest of their fellow citizen. Because at one time, the age of consent over here was 12. And I used to go back and forth with guys about that. It means nothing to you. It means nothing for you. You know, if you want a one-way ticket to hell, basically, because fathers aren't going to put up with it. You come over here dealing with a woman, 16, she done lied on her profile on the dating site, just like they lie on the profile on Facebook. You're probably going to get in trouble, okay? If you get locked up, that's you consider yourself lucky, because they'll kill you for that. I had a friend here recently. Now, sometimes, you know, the parents will say it's okay, parental consent, but I wouldn't trust that. He went down to Mindanao to see a woman he had met online. Well, she said she was 18 when he got there. The parents said, no, she's 16, but that's okay. You have our consent to date and marry our daughter. Well, he said, hell, I can't bring her home. My country, that's a crime in my country. They would never approve her visa. So he backed away from that. Now, did he have any type of relations with her? I hope he didn't. Knowing him, he probably didn't. He seems to be a decent man. But I made the video today. That's why I've got Marilyn's picture. That picture on the thumbnail, that's Marilyn at 24 years old. She's with her oldest daughter, who's a freshman in college right now. Hey! Marilyn looks no more than to be 14 years old on that picture. I couldn't believe it was her. Booby brought the picture to me. I didn't know who it was. She said, Daddy, that's Auntie Sahara and Mama. I had to go in there and wake Marilyn up. I was like, who is this, Marilyn? She said, that's me. When Sahara was a baby, I was 24 years old. And I'm like, wow. She looks no more than to be 14 or 15. It's hard to tell how old women are over here. And you can be fooled on that dating site, but it's no excuse. And they're not going to take it as an excuse. So simply because the age of consent here is 16 means nothing for you. If you come over here and deal with a woman, a girl at that matter, that's under 18 years old, you're going to face some grave consequences. So thank y'all so much for stopping by. You have to make videos like this from time to time, because there are men who love extremely young women. You know, when you hear me talking about dating young women on my channel, I'm talking about of legal age. And hell, I'm 61, so they're all young women to me. I'm not talking about 16 and 17-year-old women. Whether you have the parental consent or not. I'm talking about grown-ass women. You need to be very, very careful. You can't take her word for it. Remember, she's going to tell you anything and do anything to get you, to snare you into that trap. Do your due diligence. If you get over here and the woman is less than 18 years old, because she should have a birth certificate. I know Harry Shoulder said, well, just do a what's it called, a consent to see if she, you know, of singleness. My mind done went blank, but y'all know what I'm talking about. He said never give her age. That's a great idea, Harry Shoulders. Whatever you got to do, you better make sure she's of age. So wherever you are in America, in the Philippines, find your heart to help somebody. Now, a day goes by, I don't help somebody. Because if I don't know anything else, I know this one thing for sure. We help other people, we help ourselves. Take care. Stay safe. Stay out of trouble. I'll see you next time. Don't do anything stupid. Do not date a woman that's under the age of 18. Okay? There's consequences for that. It's against the law Just because the age of consent is 16 means nothing to you. But if you want to take that chance, okay, go ahead. But there's grave consequences associated with it. Take care.